Hello, how are you guys today? It is Saturday, March 8th. We spring ahead overnight. And so that means the sun will be setting an hour later, wherever your location is. I love this time of year. And it just really seems to like usher in the spring. How are you guys doing? Tell me your good news. My hands are like so itchy. Yes, I was out of town this week. And I came back. And, I was just sitting here I was looking at charts and I'm like thinking, well, when would be a good time to go live? And my hands were like, now. It's like, okay, I'll throw this together and we'll get together and powwow and see what happens. How are you guys doing? Let me say hello to you guys. Hello. Whoops, where are we? Hi, Teresa and Connie B. Sue Ellen, Charlie, Moonchild, Antoinette's daughter. Okay, Ellie, she's been feeling itchy too. Oh, interesting. Yeah, we have an eclipse next week. Hi, Cynthia Pierce. Hi, Queen and Forest Dwellers. Oh, do I love that, Forest Dwellers. Caroline. Hi, you guys. Melinda. I'm not sure what I'm going to have tonight, Melinda, but it's just really kind of interesting what's going on. I don't even know how to define it. Hi, Denise. Someone's going on vacation. Hi, Paisley. Hi, Amy. Just Joy, Sue Ellen S. I love that quote. If you wait by the river long enough, the bodies of your enemies will float by. You guys, I swear to God, this is how I feel 47's term is. It feels so much different from the first time around. It is really, really different. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Hi, Kath. Connie, Teresa, Virginia, Lisa, Mary from NYC, Julia. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Hydroponic spinach. Yes, thank you, Kath. I made 1,000. Yay! Thank you, everyone, so much. Welcome, new subscribers. That was my personal goal, and I promised myself once I hit that goal, I would I would open myself up to expand in other directions, that even if they make me uncomfortable with, tech and like visibly looking into a camera, because you guys, it freaks me out to look into a camera. I don't know what it is. It freaks me out. Thank you. Okay. So today's March 8th. Yes. Can you guys kind of feel like changes in the air? Like maybe there's an eclipse on the horizon. I can feel Saturn, the sun getting closer and closer to Saturn. It kind of wiped me out a couple times when that moon was in Gemini, because you could really feel that tension there. Neptune is in its final degree of Pisces, 29 degrees Pisces. This is an anaretic degree. It's about endings. It's about something being fulfilled and complete. Oh my gosh, and I just had a picture of President Obama go through my head. I saw a picture earlier of him like with putts in Putin when they were talking, but he's like towers over him and he was kind of leaning in to whatever they were talking about. And it was a picture that was snapped and it said, this was the beginning of whatever DEI. And I really felt like, yeah, that was a real changing point, because that was like 08, 09. That is like really when they got this whole data machine going and taking psychographic information and then micro-targeting people. And it was before the platforms really started coordinating with each other. But I always trace back to this total GOP takeover around 08, 09, even though they were friendly to our enemies on the side. But that just seemed to be like a real pivot point. And then we had Citizens United overturned. And then Neptune went into Pisces, I believe was it 2012? And Neptune is finishing her journey through Pisces. And Neptune is, that inspirational planet of creativity, spirituality. It's also the planet of disillusionment and deception. And I've always felt like this information war that we're kind of in really came into full force during this Neptune in Pisces. I'm getting a yes. You want me to draw a card. Which cards am I drawing? I don't know why I'm drawn to the golden. Neptune and Pisces. You know what, Tarot? Can you show me this Neptune and Pisces transit? Let's see. Show me this Neptune and Pisces transit that we've had since 2012. This is Neptune and Pisces. This is, I want to see the major, if we go along the decans, the 10 degrees at a time. What was happening the first 10 degrees, the second 10 degrees, and then the third 10 degrees? What was their purpose? So the first 10 degrees, let's say like 2012 to like 20... Let's see, 14. Let's say like 0 to 5-ish. Nope. 2012 to about 2015, 2016. The second decan till about 2020. And now we're in the last decan. And now this is the 29th degree of Pisces with Neptune. Oh my goodness, look at that. 5 of Swords. We have the air signs, communication. I've likened it to, the information wars and the propaganda. We've got these swords, they're air signs, it's communications. But this is like winning and having an unfair advantage to winning and just leaving a mess. And it's just very difficult. Whenever we always feel like we've got dogs after us online. That's what it did. With the Empress, the mother Russia, this psyop war coming from the Russia. So Neptune in Pisces. Oh my gosh. The 6 of Pentacles. A little for you, a little for me. That can even be a little bit of information for you, a little bit of information for thee. This from one land to another land. These are all like the quid pro quos. It's kind of like getting their feet in the water, having a plan, and letting it take hold. And now you're expanding that, Russia's expanding that plan out to another circles in other nations. Wow. And you got the people who are in charge of that. Then we have the next decan, the Sun. So in the middle of it, so this would then be around, this is around the time of when he's 45 now. Look at that Sun. They made him president. They made other people presidents. That was the goal. That was influence of Neptune and Pisces. It's like they're realizing their goal with everything they put forth. The third decan. And now here comes the attack, the tower. This is when during 46, this is January 6th. These are all the attacks. Look at how much this has grown from something really beautiful, and I promised for you, to the tower. And now we're going to weaponize all that against the people. Is this the 29th degree? I thought I only drew 3 cards. I got 4 cards here. I assume, is this the 29th degree? 29th. The 10 of Wands. It is a finality of this action that was taken forth and grew since 2012. And this is it. This is the finality. And now we have Neptune, 29 degrees Pisces. What is it to complete? Look at that. The 10 of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. It is like, it's the dynasties around the world. They are complete. That is what the whole thing was supposed to be. And it seems to me like, yeah, they accomplished that task. Now I want to know. Ooh, I just got a little itch in my throat. Here's the Ghost Tarot. So we're at the 29th degree. This is about endings. The 10 of, there's like nowhere else for them to go with this whole operation because it's complete. So if it is complete, it's complete. I'm just going to say it is complete. And it is complete because last week Don Julio's like getting so pro-Russia. Show me how it's complete for Russia and Donald. Complete for Russia. This is Donald. Ooh. Putts challenge now going forward. And I thought Donald already had a challenge going forward, but so here we are at the final degree. What's at the heart of this for both these guys? Ooh, the Eight of Swords. I feel like this is like the media blackout, trying to cover up so much in so many places that nobody can see. It's hard for them to keep it under control. It's hard to keep us, in the dark, so to speak. We have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups. Well, that is interesting. We have the Five of Swords, the Five of Cups. This is like you would... Oh, these are all the middlemen. The middlemen who are involved in this nightmare. So we're at the end. This is about, oh boy, the King of Cups reversed. I think that's like Democratic leaders overturning Biden, Justin, and no longer, empathic leaders. Putts at this degree. The Seven of Pentacles, everything that he has invested in here and afar to get where he is, his challenge going forward. Look at that. The Wheel of Fortune is now, what do we do? The timing. I've gotten everything that I've wanted, but he's only at a Seven of Pentacles. This timing, this fortune, what the challenge is to work in his favor. He can only get so far. Now, Donald, I was surprised that this is a challenge. Look at that, the Tower. He is supposed to complete, look at that, the Tower. This is weaponized Neptune Pisces now, towards the end. He was supposed to complete this. He did get into office, but it's a challenge that he trying to carry this out. Is this having a challenge? Yes. Is it? It's gonna... Yeah, it's like it's tipping over. And here we go. Oh my gosh. Here's the Temperance card upside down. I just feel like things are unraveling. Look at, like, this is kind of leaning. This is kind of unraveling. It's supposed to be at the end. Like, when you finish something and you work this hard for this long, you would think things would look a little better for yourself. Unless... Tower, is this democracy? Well, this is the plan he wants to carry out. This is, I feel like this is kind of like Project 2025 and trying to undo everything. They're trying, they're kind of stuck here. Wow, that was interesting. How are you guys doing? Does YouTube speak Pig Latin? I don't know about that, Lisa. Oh, I was buffering. What was I buffering on? How long was I buffering? Oh, I have to be careful with names. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Don Julio put President Z on a pedestal, made him the most popular man in the world, which he hates. And he also boosted PMJT to the north of us. Boosted. And then the PM from the UK boosted. I mean, they're soaring in popularity. And Don Julio, I think, was supposed to like retain his influence, with our allies and trying to, bring putts into the circle. But unfortunately, see, this is what he always does. He goes too far. And that whole stunt in the Oval Office to impress putts and be the strongman, it like cut all this off where he's supposed to have an edge, and it's left him alienated. And I love that these guys, as much as it hurts, I love that those nations are pushing back and they're just like, no, they have no tolerance for what's going on. And they're going on and they're going to plan without the United States for now. Okay? Oh, hover. Oh, yeah, if it's not clear, if you hover over the gear, you can change the clearness of this picture. You can have a stronger resolution so it will look clearer, not so fuzzy, okay? Okay, so I wasn't expecting to do that. Now what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to talk about the force. The force. Okay, so something weird happened this week. So I was out of town for a couple days, coming back into town, and as I'm getting closer to home, I got home, and I was like going to print out the quarter moon. I still haven't even really looked at it. But it was weird because it was like the more I was like thinking about this quarter moon, because usually like, I can just automatically tune into the energies that are going on. And like I said, this 47 has felt very different from 45. 45, like the background, it just felt like such a huge, sustained, strong effort coming through from everywhere. And it was terrifying. And it really felt like Donald was so much bigger than he really was. But that's because we didn't know all these people were, well, we knew they were behind him, but we didn't know to what extent, as far as our foreign adversaries. But this time, like, it's like he kind of has the stage set up for all that stuff, but it's all empty. Like, everyone who was involved before, you have all those people set up, but they have no substance. It's like they're a ghost of themselves. And he keeps saying all this stuff to provoke, yes, trying to spur something, get people going, because there is something absolutely missing this time around. And so the other day, I was like thinking about this quarter moon and the eclipse coming up. And all of a sudden, it was like I could feel like there was a new force in all of this that I've never felt before. Like a new player. And it just seemed like it was just this long, I don't know, it's like if you're thinking about something, but then all of a sudden something like interrupts you. Like, let's just imagine, like this piece of celery. It was like this energy just felt like a big stick, like kind of slowly coming in and taking up space. And it just wouldn't go away. And then it was getting bigger and almost like not quite to the surface of whatever's going on, but it's there. So I tune in again today, and now it just feels like it's a big kind of a wall, like a transparent concrete wall. But I can't see, like I can kind of see Don Julio on the other side talking, but this is kind of okay. It's somewhat opaque, somewhat transparent, but it's like really cut him off. So earlier, I couldn't figure out, is this force friendly, not friendly? Is this like another actor coming in, or is this something that's to help us? But it is very strong and very present, like nothing can penetrate it. Does this make sense to you guys? Oh, Senator Whitehouse is having an open house tomorrow. That sounds interesting. Okay. So as I was thinking about, so I was like trying to go back and figure out like when this started. You know what? I should just grab some astrology cards. And this is just what I want to expand upon because I'm not sure what it is, but it's starting to show a pattern. So this thing too, this, whatever this is, it started to surface. I think that was after Don Julio went total super pro-Russia and wanting them back in the G7 and wanting to lift the sanctions and wanting to do all that crap. It was like this force like kind of came up. Show me this force. A plan. Mercury, it's a plan. It's a plan, it's a plan, it's a plan. Did I have anybody with this? No. Okay, so this is going to make me work harder. So that it happened. Okay, who's part of this? And it's interesting that the Golden Tarot wants to speak because this is the deck that I'm using for Europe and Mr. President Z. And I would actually add our neighbors to the north in that as well because, oh, the world. That is interesting. So the world, this is a culmination. These are worldwide activities coming to an end. Look at all these kids here being protected. I totally feel like this is the world protecting democracy, protecting everything, being a shield to what's going on, and this is part of the plan. And I would say the world card, we're like at the end. Oh, justice. We have the scales of justice. That is very nice. And the Nine of Wands being on defense. So it's like this wall is defensive. It's world. I'm going to guess this is more based on our allies. And the other thing is that at the last live that I did kind of a longer reading as it related to our prior Secretary of Defense under 46, because all of a sudden he appeared in the reading that I was trying to do. I think we were new moon wishing on what we had to protect, but it was like he was saying, no, you don't have to protect, just talk to me. We got this, it's under control. And there's been a couple times I've thought about getting nervous and worried, and it's just, he just pops up. He's like, not very business oriented and kind of formal, but not formal and totally relaxed. So like things are going as planned. And whenever I turn into Biden, it's just like they're standing there like, yep, we know what's going on. They're not nervous. We're all freaked out, but they are just still so calm. So I'm getting that this force that is coming up is like our allies, and they have like this wall that is just kind of separating us from him. And I've also gotten a real sense, and it keeps showing up in the cards, that Donald knows he's caught. Like, there's no way out. You know what? What happened to my ghosty ghost? I took this out and I put it where? I put it over here. My ghost deck disappeared, if that's possible. I'm just standing here. I didn't go anywhere. Where's my ghost deck? Okay. Isn't that weird that my ghost... Where is it? Anyway, the other thing that I've really gotten a sense about, so it's like all the people set up around him, everything set up around him in this time versus 46, it's like there's empty shells, like people are just occupying space. It's like he's trying to look so scared and so mighty, but there's nothing there. And when he started going all super pro-Russia is when this force that I'm talking about has been like appearing for me, just kind of slowly coming in and shielding us. And I was getting ready to say that I feel like Donald knows. Like he's so mad at Canada because I think Canada knows something. And like he knows that he is caught in every single direction. And it's almost like he's trying to buy time or just do whatever he can to stop this thing. Okay, show me Donald. What's his challenge? He wants to stop this thing. He wants to stop this thing. What happened in the past? Well, and what is he? The future? He just. It's like door slamming. It's like he can't go forward. Why can't he go forward? Because he's trapped. He can't go forward because of this. He can't go forward because of this. Can't go forward because of this. It's like he's at the end of the road. What is he thinking about all this? Like there's a different tenor to his anger at this time. The Six of Wands. The Six Wands mob. This used to be my card for Trump, Putin, Unji, Netanyahu, all them. All his pro-autocratic leaders, his pals. Look at, back to the six. So it's about his pals and the money, the Queen of Pentacles and the money. So he's worried about those people and the money trail leading back to another nation. This is Donald. He's just so weird how he's so caught. The Two of Wands. Look at that. He's in his second presidency. They're doing so much. This is the role of his presidency. I just ask you do. How lazy. But he's also just sitting there like, what can I conduct? What can I tell people to do? Because he is facing this massive wall. He knows he's caught. The challenge is the King of Wands. The leadership. Oh, I think this is the direction that he wants to go, being an autocrat. It reminds me of that Tower card that was kind of on its side before. Wah, wah, can't do it. So in the past, he knows he is caught. There you go. There's the Two of Pentacles. I took some money from you. I passed it on to here. It's just an exchange of money. I'm getting Bitcoin off of that. But this is the wall he's running into that he can't penetrate. The Wheel of Fortune resists. Reverse. Okay, so this is bad luck. He cannot change the tide, change things into his favor. He is having a really hard time. This is not going the way he expected to be a King of Wands. This is a brick wall. It's like he cannot finagle and move around it. The Three of Pentacles. These are all of his secret dealings. I feel like this is the P25 people, and Felonia is messing everything up. And it's also like he's trying to get people to do his tricks. And it's just like the timing. This stuff isn't working. The Nine of Cups. Those are his billionaire oligarchs. The wall of trying to make his wishes come true. There is a block into what he is trying to do. What's crowning him? He's just like, Arr. Oh, the Three of Wands. He can't take it another step to put out there what he wants to have happen. And this shows up for putts sometimes. Donald saying, hey, do me a favor. He takes in all the information and, delegates who gets what. Putts. It's grounding him here. That Five of Cups. I'm telling you that Five of Cups, it has always shown up for me as someone who's like a middleman who gets stuff from another nation, brings it over here, gets directions from over there to come here to ruin everything and knock it down and just leave this little bit there that favors them. This is about him knowing he's caught and there's a block related to that new force that I was seeing. It's like a new angle that I was seeing this week, and now it's like set into place. Isn't this nuts? Leader of the laundromat. What do you guys? I know Bitcoin is not real. It's just, all that is just such a scam, and you trace it back. Who invented it? I think the Russia invented it. It's just so dumb. Okay. Hi, you guys. Okay. Good night. Good night, Val. Yes, my ghost deck ghosted me. How does that happen? Okay, so I'm glad that I got, because you guys, do you guys kind of see him as like caught and done? I keep forgetting, oh yeah, he's still there. He's still talking about stuff because I just feel like it's this is all absent and gone. Okay. So that was the one question. What does this say? Oh, okay. And so then this week I'm also, and I can feel my hands just folding. They don't want to grab a card. And it's the same exact question I asked earlier this week. What were the exact words? You know, after watching the news, and I really just try to just step in there and step out because it's so ugly. My question is, why should I be nervous about USA's future? What is our biggest threat? My hands go like this. I cannot throw a teroscope. I can't draw cards. Because it's not true. It's like, even if I don't understand a story, my hands will still draw cards. But if it's not real, it's just, and this is like such a strong clamping down of the hands that there's nothing there. Okay? Yes, Caroline, it's like he's following a script, a really bad script from Putz. Astro Jewel of the Tarot. When Neptune went into Pisces is when we became of the opioid crisis, and it was affecting families on a catastrophic level. We don't hear about it as much anymore since the pandemic ended, but it is very, very active. Now we hear about fentanyl and cartels. Electra, Regina, do you feel that we are dealing with a real Trump or a double? No, I think that's really him. I think that his dementia he's just degrading so much. That's why he looks so awful. Like, to me, when I look at him, I just see strokes. I see, nerve damage to the nervous system. It just like his, like everything, like his brain's like floaty. Things of him are just kind of like floaty. It's just he's not integrated. And because his perception is so off, that's why his hair and his makeup look extra bad now. It's all uneven. It doesn't, the hair just looks like it's like he's just trying it out for the first time. He's been doing this all his life. This is like as standard issue as it gets with what you do, and you dress up in your blue suit and red tie. But he's his own stylist. And they let him go out like that. And for me, I just see, nervous system injuries everywhere when I look at him. I cannot believe he's still alive. Paisley, I see death gray even through the orange. That is so interesting. Yeah, he is not healthy. There is a nurse I've been following forever on old Twitter, Jitter. And she breaks it down. I think she's worked with a lot of dementia patients. And she keeps breaking stuff down on what she sees and like how much longer he has left. Julia, he seems a lot like my dad about a month before he passed with Alzheimer's. Yeah. He's wearing blue ties. That's interesting. Melinda, you shouldn't be nervous. There's a bigger plan that we see and know. Absolutely. Perhaps the hands clap, symbolizing to be patient and wait. Yeah, but it like my hands won't even entertain that thought. So my next question was, why should I be very confident with USA's future now? Why should I be so confident? And my hands were like, well, let me tell you. I still don't have it totally decoded, but let's ask again. Give us some context. Why should we be super optimistic for our near-term, near future? The Jupiter return and benefits. So this card, I also got Jupiter going direct now because it was retrograde. It's in Gemini. It's going to make its final pass here this year. So it's like and this is also like the law, lands far away. So it's like all that stuff that was being developed and collected, also under Biden's term, represented by Jupiter. There's a massive bunch of huge stuff. I mean, if you think of Jupiter and its gravity, where it sucks in all like the asteroids and meteorites to protect our planet, that gravitational flow, it's like this cannot be obstructed. It has to be. And all this stuff that's been collected, well, it's going to benefit. Well, it benefited Don Julio with the exchange of data from abroad. But we, the people, it's going to benefit us. So what is there to be super duper excited about? Okay. And the other thing is, when I'm asking these questions, also the other question I asked, what's the current plan to take Donald out soon? There's like a lot of overlap or like a lot of complementary angles or reception between the cards that I'm picking up. Okay, so this, and I'll ask that, and the allies. What is there that we should feel so, what did I say? So confident about our future? What is there that we should feel so confident about? Got this in spades and this in spades. What's crowning us? What grounds us? This was the past, but it is leading to, and I just got again, Chris Ray and PMJT north of us, they both announced that they were not going to return or have an election. They were stepping down within a week of each other. And I put this card down, and those are the two people that just flashed in my head. So what do we have to be super excited about? This is all leading to what? It's leading to this. I'm like hearing bells in my head, like twinkly bells. It is leading to this. I'm like hearing a crowd roar. It is leading to this, just smiles around the globe. Oh boy. The Hanged Man. Someone gets caught. Something pauses. Something is caught. It's caught. Oh, it's been caught. The plan to like move on. That's where we are. The plan has been caught. It's there. Now it's kind of like, now we have to apply it. The King of Pentacles. I'm getting, yes, this is Felonia, his money trail relating to other, not allied nations, but it's also like this has all been counted and it's being figured out. The Page of Swords, I just got cooperating swords. And it's also hackers. Some Page of Swords who don't even know they're the Page of Swords yet. Oh, it's those minions and their roles because they know who they are and they've been watching them for a while. Oh boy. Oh my gosh, how's this? Oh, I bet I did put the ghost deck in the golden box. There you go. Trick Mercury. That's how badly Don Julio wants to hide. Thank you. Okay. So this is why I should be totally confident about our future. We have this. The why is this confidence? Seven of Swords, ideas. It almost feels like they've had all the data, but now they're like going back and picking up all the pieces and assembling all the information, like kind of like reverse engineering. To the Five of Cups, the people reverse engineering, the people who went between, it could be like the Vatican, but other nations, other places to maybe take money, copyrighted stuff, destroy it and take it for themselves. So why should this be so confident? Like, Jupiter, there's just a ton of it and they're dealing with the law. I was hoping for something more dramatic. But anyway, what's crowning all this? Oh, the Queen of Swords. These are courts. These are international agreements. Europol comes to mind. These are a bunch of nations who have been working on this abroad and with PMJT. They have sorted it all out. What happened in the past? Now remember, this was the card, I had Chris Ray and PMJT flash through my mind as I was putting this down. So what happened in the past? What? We have the Star undercover. So if those two are concentrated on a target, the star of the show, they both resigned because of what related to the star and what's going on. They left because of the scales of justice. This is also a card related to vote counts. So we have, they had a conflict of interest with the investigation with Don Julio and the courts. Ooh. So what is grounding this? Why we should be optimistic for our future. The Knight of Swords are on the ground. They're doing their work, gathering the intelligence, putting it together. I feel like this is FBI. These are all those agencies and all those people who get this stuff together. And so this is leading to what? What was it? I heard the crowd roar, cheer. The Six of Pentacles. This is why we should be optimistic for our future. We will be cared for. We're getting all that money, all that stuff is coming back to us. Everyone's like, hooray, we got it. We're not closed out. These people are cheering. Yeah. The Ten of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. Is this Mar-a-Lago? As the back channel. And the back channel billionaires. Oh man. And then this one, I think this is another cheer. Yay. The King of Wands. The King of Wands. I should be happy about the King of Wands. What is the King of Wands going to do? He's going to do what? He's going to the Ace of Pentacles. Donald wanted to be the king. Donald wanted to be the king of... Oh, this is leading up to him taking office, and we're getting the background. This could be votes. It could be money. You guys, I'm getting Ace of Pentacles, votes reversed. Things taken out. Oh my gosh. The Ten of Swords. If those are votes reversed, that's killing off the opponent. And the Four of Cups. I think this is all election interference, you guys. The Four of Cups, this is also micro-targeting and getting people to do something through suggestion or subliminal influence. And I want you to take this, pondering this. Like, look at, there's an ace. Look at that. There's an ace of, like, is that a cup? In the sky, whispering, hey, oh my gosh, is my chat box up here? Oh my goodness. I just know, do you guys see my chat box? I don't see it there, but I see it on my device. Valbon, the Five Eyes nations have the information. Yeah, exactly. And the Five Eyes and them, okay. Five Eyes and them decided, oh, look at Five Eyes. They have said we're not sharing. And I'm going to leave this here. Because I'll be like, you guys, we got this. Okay. So this is why we're supposed to be so confident going forward. I don't think Donald is confident. Okay, Donald, Ghost. I know we should be, oh, look at that. We should be confident, but you are not confident. This is like a nightmare for you, right? Like, we're supposed to be super confident about our future, but he is like, no, that's the wall. Okay. He is not confident. His challenge here. This is my challenge here. This is going through my mind. I know this is and in the past, these people, what happened that now you know it's you. Oh. This is grounded in what? You know. This is a nightmare. This is a nightmare, the Six of Pentacles, because, and the Ten of Pentacles, and then making you king. Oh my gosh, here's that Temperance card again. How he took something overseas and, made something bigger for him. This is, what's that word called? It's, when you bring things together, I'll think of it later. But take a little of this, take a little of that. Which these are like the lies and everything he's mixing around together. Ooh, the High Priestess, how he was able to shield this away from the public. And there's the Fool card to make him POTUS. This is a nightmare for him. He's not excited about this. So if this is optimism for us, this is your nightmare. The scales of justice. The scales of justice, even though he's got, these are like the courts and things he cannot touch. And it's also the scales of votes. I see this justice card also with vote tabulations. And here we have the King of Cups. This is his nightmare because of justice. We have the King of Cups. These are Americans, leaders. I think Biden knew. He knew what he was leaving, but he had everything set up before he left. This is something that Biden set up. What's crowning you? This is your worst nightmare. The Ten of Swords. He's done. He's done for. The Queen of Swords is our favor. The Ten of Swords is he's done. Like they have all the evidence gathered together to show the Queen of Swords. In the past, what happened? This is his nightmare. The Five of Cups, we have an American again. Look at, in the past, the Five of Cups, an American. Plenty of information about that person, those people, and the freaking devil. That's Putz. It's the relationship between Putz and Don Julio, but this is more his people back channels and the rusher. Oh my God, this is the nightmare for him. Grounded in the tower. It's Mar-a-Lago. I wonder if this has to do with the classified documents. Because they have volume, they have that report. These are the ongoings. Oh my gosh. Which led to what? We have the death card. Is this the death card? It's number 20. Or is it judgment? I don't think this is the death card. Is this one judgment, number 20? Yeah, coming out of the... So this is why we're optimistic. He's got judgments that are going to kill him. The Six of Swords, how he transmitted information, if it's votes in his favor, and there you go, the Wheel of Fortune, making him the King of Wands. I want to draw more cards. What does this have to do with Volume 2? What does this have to do with Volume 2? Oh, that's what it is. So in the past, this is our good fortune. We could not have the documents case go to trial. Okay? But even so, that was still fruitful over here. And this is, why we should be optimistic, because they're still doing something related to the documents. Oh my God. And the Lovers. This is Russia and Donald. This is like when I started. Sorry. For entertainment purposes only. I'm not trying to have naked people all over the place. They got it. This is Volume 2. And it is definitely part of this. And why we should be optimistic. Why should we be optimistic about Volume 2 here? Because it goes back to the Six Wands mob. Because in the past, what did we do here? The documents and this. Oh, so much fighting over that case. Fighting, okay? You're going to let us fight over that case? Well, Ace of Wands, we're going to go do something different with Volume 2. And we're going to do what? Good news, you guys. Page of Cups. Americans. Page of Cups and Americans, and work in defense, Nine of Wands for the United States of America and our allies, and the Page of Wands. They have all sorts of news on that. Volume 2, the Knight of Cups. All of the crap he gave away, and they gave away. There you go. The original sin, the first document, all these bits and data bytes and Bitcoin and all that money to start this plan from scratch, you guys, from the beginning. And the Chariot. Documents were moved. I wrote a report. The report is going overseas. Everything is getting rounded up. The Ace of Swords. Look at those two aces. And that is the idea. Look at, I have 3 aces. And what they're doing with Volume 2. Can you believe this? I know, he took those, they gave him those 15 boxes back. But it doesn't matter. They knew it does matter, but it doesn't, because now Don Julio is isolated. Nobody wants to exchange intelligence with him. He's got himself in a bad position. He is realizing how bad this whole incident was, and the fallout is much worse than he could imagine. Okay, let's put these back. Okay, so I feel totally calm about this. I know there's a lot of stuff going on. I know that the other day he says he wants to have tariffs at 250% for, oh my gosh. Okay, when he starts saying this garbage, because it's not going to happen, he's pissed because Canada's got something on him, and he's using all these excuses of why we have to retaliate against Canada. That's why PMJT and I think Chris Wray both had to say we're resigning. because of whatever is coming forth. And I think Don Julio knows that. And the other thing is you have to watch when he starts saying all this crap, pay attention to what day of the week it is. Did he not say that on Friday, maybe Thursday? That is to be so ridiculous and obnoxious to maintain control of the narrative and keep us stay tuned through the weekend that you can research this. Is it true or not? And then someone's going to do something crazy like midday Saturday. And then Sunday by the evening, something crazy is going to happen. So that by Monday morning, we get another tweet first thing. Guess what? Blah, 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 blah. It is all driving the narrative, okay? Oh, thank you, Purple Sky. You are brilliant. Robin E., did they give him fake documents? I am getting that probably about 70% of those documents were fake to foil him. But the thing is, we know about those documents. We know who they're connected to. And now we are watching what he's doing in relation to all those nations and people and suspects, people he's named high up into his cabinet or abroad who he decides to work with, why he put Kimberly and is charged as an ambassador to Greece, because of all that illegal sharing of information. And now he's cut off. It's like, what are you going to do now? What can you possibly do now? You have this trail of information, and now you have all of our former allies who want to have nothing to do with you, and now you're stuck. It's like, what are you going to do? What can you? He can't do anything, and he's running out of favors. He said he wanted to break up the Five Eyes. Well, I could see that, and I know that Canada is just so furious with us. I don't blame you guys. But I feel like he's trying to drag it on as long as he can. Should we read on Five Eyes? Yeah, no one is falling for his narrative anymore. Hi, Brenda. I'm glad you didn't miss either. Caroline, I think Jack Smith is still after him. He won't let... I think so too. Yeah, I totally think so. Wait, what are we going to read on? He wanted to break up five. Okay, show me Five Eyes. Look at that, Five Eyes. It increases fortune. It increases power. It increases intelligence. It has the upper hand. What is... across the top, what is Five Eyes doing that Donald has such a conflict with? What is Five Eyes doing that he is like, what the? Five Eyes is doing this. Five Eyes is doing this. And this. And this really pisses him off. It really pisses him off. This pisses him off, has him trapped how? This pisses him trapped how? We're going to add one over here, what it means for the rusher. I need what it means for the rusher. Okay, so this is Five Eyes. The Five of Cups. They know the people. They know the Americans. Five Eyes. Five Nations. Maybe that's why we have to feel good. Five Eyes, Five Nations, Five of Swords. I guess, is there any doubt this is Five Eyes? So we have intelligence. The Hermit. So Five Eyes is the hermit that's been working abroad to get the intelligence at the crux of this, and the middle people and America. Don Julio, why does Five Eyes piss you off so much? The King of Pentacles, because they have all the data information, and that's why he had to enlist Felonia.
Five Eyes pisses him off because of the Eight of Swords are creating such a freaking nightmare for him to try to be even more King Pentacly. Look at, there's the Five of Wands. He hates it because he's there's the Five of Wands because they're taking action and they do stuff. And it's such a nightmare for him. Okay, we got it, Five Eyes. Five Eyes is doing this. The Queen of Swords, these nations are sharing intelligence. And they always have the upper hand. Look at that butterfly. And this drives him crazy with those nations because the challenge is the Knight of Wands getting his people to do stuff. Challenge is even like FBI agents or similar agents abroad. This is what Five Eyes says it makes him crazy. The Page of Swords, espionage, spies, intercepts, people talking here all over the world. And they're very good at their work, at their trade, and it drives him crazy because here is, oh my gosh, this is also a Page of Swords. You guys, look at that. It drives him crazy what they have on his Page of Swords and spies. And here he is, it drives him crazy because the pages, it's like he's running out of pages. People, oh my gosh. This Five Eyes drives him crazy. The King of Pentacles, they have all the data, they have all the money, they have all the information, and they are very powerful and can make decisions. Look at this. I'm looking at this hourglass. Time's running out, and what they're doing spans time. Oh, there's scissors there. And that drives Don Julio crazy because we have the three, the Empress. The leaders have all this. The Empress, Mother Russia, they've got everything on her. The sanctions, etc. Five Eyes drives them crazy about Russia. The Three of Swords because they know his treason, his betrayal. And for Don Julio and the Russia, the Two of Cups were lovers. Because he can't be all the Russia he can be. That's why it drives him crazy. Isn't this nuts? Hi, Sue Auntie. Hello, just hopped on. Carolyn, yeah, UK gathers info. He's not in charge. And they have information. There goes my throat. Not only from the old Mueller report investigation in 2016, but they were able to watch it now all in real time for the past 8 years. It's like they've got everything, and it drives him crazy. And then he had the blow up in the Oval, which just ruined his chances of trying to be, claim both sides. Oh my gosh. What about Flynn? Okay, so Delphian, I have an answer to that, and I can't think of what it is. Oh. That general, I think the thing that's coming out of Canada is they are, remember the trucker convoy that just wreaked havoc everywhere up there? It's like the MAGA movement, but it was through truckers. Well, General F. Lynn was in charge of that. Same with Rod. It all traces back to Don Julio and his campaign and his people. And that is interference in their election and their sovereignty. And they have, it's because it happened way out in the open. That case was allowed to proceed this week. Okay, show me this case. Ooh, fire. So that case about the convoy is allowed to proceed. Now let's see what they have on Don Julio. And because this is a huge problem for him. I don't know if he's not part of the military. He's like a private citizen. He's just being himself. But he interfered with Canada. And you're not allowed to do that. Oh, Kamala Harris went to meet with them. Kamala went to meet with who? Okay. This is the Trucker Convoy case that's coming out. This is what they have on Donald. Trucker Convoy. They have so much. So much. Oh, Donald, this Trucker Convoy. This is a big problem. We're just going to start with these three major things. They have that on him. Oh my gosh. Get me another deck. They had this on him. Oh my gosh, there's that temperance card again. How he was using his campaign and people over there to F things up with their interference and their sovereignty. Thank you, Purple Sky. This is that case going forward about the trucker convoy. The Knight of Swords. This is the case. All the lawyers and everything are lined up and ready to go. The Ten of Wands. They have this case complete. What's under here? And there's judgments on him. Everything that he did with various groups. And now we have judgments. So this case is going to proceed. They got this. The Moon. Is this Kamala? This Moon card, I always think of Kamala. You know, and how she was like attacked through the election and how all these psyops were raging. So it's like those same groups that were involved with the trucker convoy were involved in rigging the election and all the ops happening here. Oh my gosh. That relates to Don Julio. The Eight of Cups. How they set that up. They've got the people who set stuff up from the United States. The trucker convoy case has this on him. Look at more cups. The Page of Cups. The people, these are the actors on the ground from America that's telling the convoy, do this, do that. Working in cahoots. And that Page of Cups. The Two of Swords, look at that. They go together because they are working with this person trying to separate people, separate truth, and just make a huge mess in an attack. And they have this from the trucker convoy, the Three of Swords, the treason and the betrayal against the nation and against Canada's sovereignty. They have this, the Ace of Wands reversed, how it was a covert, undercover action. They have the evidence on this. So that's happening. Yeah, just Joy, he should be reinstated and court-martialed. I know. I absolutely agree. It's just crazy and insane what we have to put up with. What time is it? Ooh, is it? Do you guys have any more questions? Because I think I shared what was on my mind. Let's see. Is there anything else? Oh, Quiet Like the Forest with this Terrascope. My signifier was the first house, the leadership office of the President of the United States. And that card, my signifier, was the same as the Trucker Convoy case. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. This bottom one, how he's entrapped right now with evidence. And there is just so much in here. He just really seems trapped. When does the muskrat go away? Okay, Julia, I don't know. I'm not good with time. I think it's coming. And on top of not having a hard time with time, generally speaking with the tarot, I have a head injury and I have a hard time with time to begin with. But this month, Neptune goes into Aries. I think Saturn goes into Aries. Next, let's look at Felonia. Let's do it this way. Felonia now. He's getting in trouble, you guys. Eclipse. He's getting eclipsed here. And then what Neptune and Saturn going into Aries, how that affects him. So this is now, we're in eclipse season, and this is April and May. Chiron, that is the card I've been using for data with him. Stealing all the data and messing things up. What are we going to use? How does this affect him? Wait, you know what? Let's just look at these first. Oh boy. So right now, 4th house roots. This has to do with the bottom of the chart in the United States. These are our private defenses and our security. He is effing that up, making us insecure and just really riling people up at the base. He doesn't belong here. So right now, this is the setup. Look at that, the Wheel of Fortune. He's very lucky to go in there and do what he's doing because he just wants to, he thinks he's going to get all this done. Oh, he thinks he's emperor. Oh, this is pinging information. Ping, 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 whether they're from satellites, nations, it's comms, his whole doji team, getting information and transferring it. Oh, the Ace of Wands. Looks like something's going to strike him. So this is him right now. Judgment. People. Judgments. Yes, there's a shite ton of stuff that's been filed on him with the this is Russia. The Sun card. This is the big reveal. I think he's part of the bigger plan on the takedown of Don Julio because this kept showing up with how Donald is entrapped. Donald is entrapped thanks to him and what he's been doing, and this influences the current plan to take Don Julio out. Oh boy. And it also came up with why I should be very confident about the United States' future. Okay, so eclipse season, getting eclipsed, the 9th house faith. This has to do with lands far away. It has to do with our institutions. It has to do with laws. I'm getting more that it has to do lands far away. Oh, and Starlink. So this is how he's getting eclipsed. He's getting eclipsed like. This is him. I'm getting eclipsed. He's eclipsed here, the King of Wands, his leadership. Leadership is eclipsing him. There's a king above him. It's like he's going to beat him down. Internationally is going to beat him down too. This is what he's opening himself up to. His wealth, how he's able to help the oligarchs and pursue that. The Nine of Wands, how he's affecting defense systems around the world. And the money, the Ace of Pentacles, the money and the data he's taking to fulfill that abroad. This is what's upcoming for eclipse season with him. He's going to get it. And then April, May, we have Saturn and Neptune going into Aries, which just resets everything. That the seventh house, this is going to show up with his partnerships in opposition. And who helped you? Oh. Opposition, I'm going to say Kamala. Open adversary. So the partners abroad that helped him, we have Ten of Pentacles. These the wealth of other billionaires. These are other autocrats, wealthy nation. I just got Saudis, family wealth, dynasties. There you go. How he took their money, laundered it in for these guys. How he took money, laundered in his partnerships to bring it here to the U.S. and the opposition against Kamala. How he had that request. Oh, this might be Putin asking him. That's Russia's strength helping him out with the election. So that's what the best thing I think I have as far as the timeline goes. Okay? He totally is a Russia stooge. Okay, well, you guys, you know what? I think I am going to end it here tonight. I just wanted to check in with you. My hands feel complete. They were just so itchy before. Like, we just got to, share what's going on and not to be totally freaked out. We got this. Because every time I tune into, like, people that I think should be freaked out, they're like, nope, things are going according to plan. So it's going to be bumpy. We have to write it out. So you guys, thank you so much for coming. Thank you, moderators. Thank you, new subscribers. It's great to see you here. And you guys, remember to set those clocks back because you set them forward because we're going to spring ahead overnight, okay? You guys have a good evening. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, Paisley. Thank you, Zane. Awesome live. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Julia. We got this. Just remember, we all agreed to be here. Now, I know it takes a really special kind of being to go through all of like this decade, especially 2020 onward. It's just like a miracle that we're here, okay? Okay, good night. Good night. We go forward. Yes, thank you, Rob D. Okay, we'll see you later. Bye.